What if I told you that Taylor Swift runs her career like a Fortune 500 CEO? While most people see her as just a pop star, behind the scenes, she's leading a $1 billion brand, making power moves that even top executives could learn from. And here's the thing, her success isn't just about talent, it's about strategy. Taylor Swift thinks and operates like a CEO, making bold business decisions, anticipating trends, and strategically controlling her career. Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how she does it and how you can apply the same mindset to your own career to think and lead like a CEO. If you're new here, I post weekly career and leadership advice to help you build confidence and advance professionally. So make sure to subscribe. All right, so let's get started. Most people think of Taylor Swift as just a singer-songwriter, but she's far more than that. She's running a $1 billion business, and every move she makes is calculated. The difference between her and other artists, she doesn't let her career happen to her. She takes full control of it, from re-recording her albums to outmaneuver bad contracts, building a global brand, and turning obstacles into opportunities. She has shown an incredible ability to think strategically, proactively, and long-term, just like a top CEO. One of the biggest mistakes professionals make is passively going along with their careers, assuming that if they do good work, opportunities will naturally come. But that's not how leadership works. Taylor Swift doesn't wait for the industry to hand her success. She takes it. Whether it's reclaiming ownership of her music or turning every challenge into a business advantage, she embodies a CEO mindset that we can all learn from. So, this is where many people get stuck in their careers. They believe success is about asking for permission, waiting for a promotion, waiting for recognition, waiting for someone else to decide their worth. But CEOs and successful professionals don't ask for permission to succeed. They take control of their path, their brand, and their opportunities. If you're stuck in a career that feels stagnant, it might be because you've been waiting for someone else to make things happen for you. This video will break down 3 of Taylor Swift's smartest business strategies and show you how to apply them in your own career. If you want to think and lead like a CEO, you need to start making strategic moves that put you in control, just like she does. Taylor Swift's success isn't just about music. It's about strategy and ownership. Most artists depend on record labels, producers, or executives to shape their careers. But Taylor, she thinks like a CEO. She doesn't wait for someone else to make decisions for her. She makes them herself. The reason she continues to dominate isn't luck. It's because she thinks ahead, adapts faster than her competitors, and refuses to let anyone else define her story, like breakup songs from her own point of view. The same mindset applies to career success. Too often, professionals will wait for someone to recognize their potential, assuming that if they work hard enough, they'll eventually get noticed. But that's not how leadership works. The people who move up, whether in business, entertainment, or any industry, aren't waiting. They're strategic. They build influence. They take control of their own career trajectory. So, what can we learn from Taylor Swift's CEO mindset? Here are 3 powerful strategies she uses and how you can apply them to your own career. Number 1, drive towards a vision. Be the architect of your future. The best CEOs don't just react to what's happening, they build the future. Taylor Swift doesn't just create albums and hope people like them. She builds a long-term vision for her career, thinking years ahead. She knows exactly where she wants to go and makes bold moves to get there, like intentionally moving from country to pop. One of her most brilliant strategic moves was re-recording her albums after losing the rights to her original masters. Many artists would have accepted the loss, complained about the unfairness, or moved on, but not Taylor. Instead, she played the long game. She didn't just recover from a setback. She turned it into a power move that changed the music industry. Re-recording her albums wasn't just about regaining control of her music. It was a calculated business decision that forced streaming platforms and radio stations to prioritize Taylor's version, effectively devaluing the originals. By staying laser focused on her long term vision, she not only reclaimed her music, but also strengthened her brand and fan loyalty. That is CEO thinking. So let's talk about how to apply this to your career. Three things. One, stop waiting for someone else to map out your career path. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 5 years? What steps will get me there? Two, think like a CEO. Don't just focus on your next promotion. Focus on building leverage, influence, and skills that set you up for long term success. Three, be willing to make bold moves. If Taylor Swift had waited for the industry to fix things for her, she'd still be stuck under a bad deal. The same goes for your career. Don't wait for change. Create it. Are you actively shaping your career or are you letting it happen to you? CEOs build the future. So does Taylor Swift. It's time to start building yours. Number two, forecast and adapt. Stay ahead of trends. Successful CEOs don't just react to trends, they anticipate them. They stay ahead of shifts in the market, making strategic decisions before everyone else catches up. Taylor Swift does this brilliantly, constantly reinventing herself to stay relevant, innovative, and always one step ahead. Look at the way she has navigated the digital music era. While other artists fought streaming services or struggled to adapt, Taylor saw the bigger picture. Instead of resisting change, she used platforms like TikTok, surprise album drops, and innovative marketing to keep her audience engaged. She went to them. She surprised her fans constantly by getting in front of them, even showing up at their parties or engaging with them on social media. She was completely inside the minds of teenage girls, and she knew what they would love from their favorite musical artist. This made her real and endearing. She also knows when to pivot. During the pandemic, when live performances were shut down, many artists paused their careers. But Swift, she released two surprise albums, Folklore and Evermore, both of which became huge commercial and critical successes. Instead of waiting for things to return to normal, she created new opportunities. That's what great leaders do. Again, let's talk about how to apply this to your career. One, stay ahead of industry trends. Ask yourself, what's changing in my industry? What new skills or knowledge do I need to stay competitive? Two, be flexible. If your field is evolving, don't resist it, adapt, and position yourself as a leader in that new space. Three, make strategic pivots when necessary. If your career feels stagnant, don't wait for a promotion. Find new ways to add value, build relationships, or expand your expertise. The people who succeed aren't the ones who wait for change. They're the ones who see it coming and make the first move. Taylor Swift does it. The best CEOs do it. And you can too. Number three, own your narrative, control your brand and influence. One of the biggest CEO moves Taylor Swift has mastered is controlling her own narrative. She never lets the industry, the media, or anyone else define who she is or where she's going. And this is the most important lesson of all. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this. You have the power to control your own career story. Don't let anyone else define who you are, what you're capable of, or where you're going next. When she was unfairly criticized early in her career for writing about relationships, she didn't back down. She leaned in and turned it into part of her brand. When she was criticized for not being political, she took control of her message and used her platform to speak up on her terms. And of course, when she lost control of her masters, she rewrote her own story, literally. That's not just resilience, that's strategic brand control. Instead of letting people talk about her, she directs the conversation. She positions herself as the main character in her story rather than a supporting role in someone else's. That's important. Again, if you take anything away from this video, this is it. Here's how to apply this to your career. One, be intentional about how you present yourself. How do your colleagues, leaders, and industry peers see you? Are you proactively shaping your brand or just hoping people recognize your value? There's a big difference in these two approaches. 2, speak up about your contributions. Don't assume people know what you've accomplished. Make sure your work is visible. Number 3, don't let others define your career. If someone underestimates you, prove them wrong with action. If you're not getting the recognition you deserve, position yourself where your impact is undeniable. No one is going to tell your story for you. CEOs don't wait for others to define them. Neither does Taylor Swift. Take control of your narrative and build your influence. Taylor Swift's success isn't about luck. It's about strategy, ownership, and bold decision making. She doesn't sit back and wait for someone to recognize her talent. She takes full control of her career, creates her own opportunities, and never lets others dictate her path. And that's exactly what successful CEOs, executives, and leaders do. So here's the big question. Are you doing the same for your career? Are you actively shaping where you want to go, or are you letting your career just happen to you? Are you speaking up about your value, or are you hoping someone else will recognize it? Are you making bold strategic moves to take ownership of your future, or are you just waiting for permission to succeed? Because here's the truth. No one is coming to give you your success. Just like Taylor Swift doesn't wait for the industry to hand her control, you can't wait for your boss, your company, or anyone else to hand you opportunities. If you want to level up in your career, you need to think and act like a CEO. Set a vision for yourself and take action to make it happen. Stay ahead of trends and continuously adapt to position yourself for success. Own your narrative and make sure people see the value you bring to the table. All right, that wraps up this video on how to think like a CEO, Taylor Swift style. Now, let me ask you, what's one bold career move you're committing to this year? Are you finally asking for that promotion? Are you launching a side hustle? Are you building your personal brand? Tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear your power moves. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.